Welcome to online classes. Today we'll start with part 2 of our chapter Control Flow. In this chapter we'll study about how an execution of program can be limited according to the user. The order of the execution of any program is based upon the control statements that we have came to know from previous chapter as well. It decides that which part of the program is to be executed and how many times. In the previous part 1, we studied that how a part of program can be executed number of times with the help of counters whose condition can be tested with the help of if statements. In previous chapter we have studied if statements, correct? And the main part of if statement was it cannot be known how many times it's going to work because user is inputting the value or the condition himself. But in this statement or in this chapter we'll study about loops like for and while. These statements, in these conditions, user will put an expression or the value it by themselves, so that program can be known to run in certain amount of time or number of times. Control structures. Many programs require a group of instructions to be executed repeatedly, and you have to repeat the executions again and again until some logical conditions has been satisfied. These loop structures are while statement. Now, look at the flowchart of while statement. This is a condition according to the user. If the statement is true, only if the statement is true, this statement, the next step will be executed. If the condition is true, the statement is going to be executed and it will bring back to the condition block. Now the statement, if the statement goes beyond or the statement is false, the conditions are false, the value becomes 0, it is being nullified and it will get out of the loop. The while statement is also called while loop. It executes a block of statements as long as specified condition is true. The specified conditions that the user gave are true, it is going to be executed. The while statement has following form. This is the syntax of while statement. While condition, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, it will be according to the user. Condition is any C expression and statement is a single or compound C statements. When program execution reaches while statement, the following event occurs. First, the expression condition is evaluated. Okay, first step is the condition is evaluated. The expression is evaluated. If conditions evaluated to be false, if the condition is false, that is the value is 0 or nullified, it will get out of the loop. Or if the condition evaluation is true, if the statement the evaluation is true, it will go to the next statement and it will bring it back to the statement condition block and will bring back to step 1 to the execution. This is a simple program to test the sum of first n integers in a loop, in a while loop. Let's see it in a C program. In this program, we have initialized integer a, n and sum. The three data types are three variables with integer data type, and which the first one is sum, that is we have given the value 0. Now the user is saying print the value of n. This statement will print just this, enter the value of n, and the next statement user is giving the value. of n. Now the programmer has decided the value of a is 1. Now the value of sum and a is given, while value of a is less than n. Now the expression is if the value is less than a, the statement will be executed. Sum plus post increment is equal to a. The value is given to a, and then we are saying add one value to a. Then we are saying print the value of the sum that is being given data type. Control F9. The value will be, let's say, 10. Enter. The value of sum is 45. Make sure you put the exact value, the exact number of times it is saying. Okay. A simple while statement again. It demonstrates simple statement for first 10 numbers. Now do while. The syntax of do while is do this. Whenever we say do, it means we are doing something in the action of doing something. Do this, do these statements, and then check the expression. Look at the flowchart. First, the statement is given, then they are put into a statement block or a condition block. If the statement is true, again it will go back to the original statements and check again until the condition is dissatisfied or the value becomes 0. The expression is evaluated, the block of statements are executed first. Now the block of statements are executed first, then the statements are executed repeatedly until the value expression is false. In the program, the loop is executed 9 times, and when the value of x becomes 10, the condition comes out of the loop. The x is assigned a value, do, check the value, and the increment occurs. Average of n numbers. You have to calculate the average of n numbers that you want. Let's check out a do while statement. We have initialized two variables with integer data type, odd numbers, to check the sum of odd numbers that you want. Then odd number is equal to 1. We have given the value of sum and odd numbers. Now the first, do this. Do sum plus increment the value and put it into odd number. Then increment the value and put it in. The value is 2. While, now the conditions that we are applying is while odd number is less than 50, less than or equal to 50, until and unless the value becomes 51, it is going to be repeated. The user is saying print the sum of odd numbers that you have been given. No errors. Sum of odd numbers is 625. The values that have been given till the value 50 is 625. For statement. This is for statement is suited for a problem where the number of times a statement to statement block will be executed in advance. Now look at the loop here. You initialize a value, then you put it into a condition block, and the first, if the condition is false, it will go out of the loop. If the condition in the loop is true, it will execute the loop body and then increment it, and while incrementing till the value condition is false, it will go back to the condition block. This is for expression. The syntax is for expression 1, expression, then expression 3. There's supposed to be expression 2 in here, and then the action statements. The expression 1 is evaluated first. You have to evaluate expression 1. Usually it is the initial point of any value, and then expression 2 is evaluated to check if the loop has been repeated. It has to make sure that the value is right or not, and then at the end the executing the statement expression 3 is evaluated. Thus expression 1 may normally be initialization of the loop counter, and expression 3 is the increment or decrement, and expression 2 is the value checking. For example, for we initialize value of a is equal to 1. If the value of a is less than 10, we say increase the value by 1. When the for statement is executed for the first time, the value of count or a is set to be initialized value of 1. Now the condition of a is tested till the value becomes 10 or less than 10. If it becomes 11, it will go out of the loop. Upon reaching the closing braces for, the computer sends the control back to the statement. Upon reaching the closing braces for, when the condition reaches the closing braces for the for loop, the computer sends the control back to for statement initial value, where the value of count gets incremented or C gets incremented by 1. Again the test is performed till the value reaches 10. When the value reaches 11, it will go out of the loop. Program prints. This is an example to print a program sum of first 10 natural numbers. Here, initialize a value, and this is the explanation of this program. Prints the program, value statements. This is the loop condition, the example. Now this is an important program. You go for two values. You input a value, initialize a value, and you find a square root number of the value. Let's check it in the C program. Now we have entered two variables, number and square root. The condition we applied, the value of number is 4. Remember, the first expression is always the initial value of any loop, any condition. Now we have said the value is 4. In second expression we are saying number should be incremented till it is 9, less than or is equal to 9. Then number is equal to number plus 1 till the condition is right. Now the square root, if the value, the condition I'm saying, if the condition becomes 10, it will go out of the loop. The value then go to the statement saying if the second condition is satisfied, square root number into number. This will print number here, %d, it means the value that we are saying, that is number, and square root %d here. If we print it out, the first number is 4, initial value, square root is 16, second 5, 25, and so on till the value becomes 10 and go out of the loop. And these are some examples of for loop. Always remember, In a program, programmers needs to be more creative. You have to make different kind of programs, apps. Practice these conditions to make more interesting programs or interesting outputs. Until and unless you are not completely practiced, you have not completely practiced these statements, control flows, you cannot master a condition. Try working on these conditions, and with this chapter we are finished with control flows of any program. Thank you.